Get it back there. Let's go. Work it up. Yeah. You okay, Dick?
Yeah, nice.
Okay, Dick. All right.
White needs up.
Watch the hammer here. Nico, watch the hammer here. You all right, buddy? Yeah. Oh! Get it!
Robert, Johnny.
9-3.
No, it's 9-3.
Just got online.
You have your audio? Oh, you just got online?
Yeah, and I have audio and audio.
Well, you can tell them to come on back, and you guys should be pretty well as well. Welcome to the OUC Ontario Ultimate Championships. We just got online. Thank you for your patience if you've been with us for a little bit. We're going to have the score for you a little bit updated here, but right now we're watching NoBS and Quick and Dirty. My friend Double A's playing on NoBS in black, and Quick and Dirty in white. And I think we're looking pretty good. I think I actually just have one issue. Double A's, if you could go and click on this laptop over here. Yes, on that little thing that looks like a tornado on the bottom right icon. Thank you. Awesome. That way I know the video stream is still going. So the score right now is 9-3. We've already passed halftime. First point out of half was taken by NoBS. The second point, Quick and Dirty. Quick and Dirty out of the GTA, I believe. NoBS out of the GTA as well. Double A is updating me that today the games are only to 13. At least in pool play they should be, and that does make sense. Shout out to Double A's fiance Kaya. Hope she's watching. If not, immortalized on YouTube for as long as Google lasts.
No big, no big, no big, no big.
BC with the disc. NoBS has had decent movement so far. The primary issue from NoBS has been that they can create the turns, but then they also throw it away. At least the D-line does throw it away. This is the O-line, though. BC going upfield there. BC, in case you know him, Big Country Ultimate. Playing for quite a few years. Known for his big huck. Sometimes his floaty throws. Snagging the end zone. I'll have to find out what her name is. She's been grabbing quite a bit down the field, and we are now at 10-3. Thank you for your patience again. If you've just joined us, as you'll now see on your screen, at least you should, shortly, that the score, or what the score is. If not, we will fix that as well. So bear with us as we go through some of our little bit of a startup troubles here, as we do on every tournament. I was told right before this point that it was 9-3. Okay. Whatever that sign says, I'm following. It's a little bit of a question as to what the score was. We're just going to fix our camera here a little bit, zoom in a little bit to give you a little bit of better view. Beautiful facilities here at Woodbine Park in Kingston. I've been running the fields as well. Big pull from Double A's, or in case you know him or don't know him, Aaron. Tight D here, and I think that's been the news from NoBS, the number 2 seed, is that they've had great defense. And they started off with the one break fairly early on, and then Quick and Dirty came back a couple in the first half, and then from then on it was all NoBS. Good in cut there. Lots of speed on it. And a little bit, double A's. Always looking for those, for these Ds. Oh, and a push pass. And a little bit of panic just on the line there. Just spinning. What you have to do is you have to stick with your dumps. Turn and sit. Miko with the huck. No call on the foul, and there should be no call. Oh, and an unfortunate swing catch. People say two hands. You need to go one hand when you're touring. Miko again with the disc. Centered. Great movement. And flipped out. Point. It makes it 11-3, I believe. And I'll be right back. I just have to fix a few things. Good gainer on the open side there, but now stuck on the line, but a good huck down the field. Out of the sun, and just missed. And now Knobs D with the disc. Two cuts in the middle. They were just, didn't have the pace. One striker down the field. Great grab. It might be Kai. I forget his name. I played with him earlier this season. Pick called. And I hope everyone out there can hear me. I should be pretty loud, so I will try to tone it down a little bit. A lot of discussion still. Should come in quickly. Quick dump. Looking for the swing. Oh, great over the top. And there was some sort of call. Sorry, we missed it. I was being told that there was no sound, an audio. If there is no audio, please email me and let me know. I do have an internet connection here. Okay, drop in the end zone or D? Sorry, we did miss it. Just out of reach. If there is audio, please do let me know. I see audio going out on my stream, so. There's a travel called, or. We are on Twitter as well at I'm Ultimate. No travel called. Great Spirit taking that play back, or the call back at least. Great movement to the sideline here, but a little bit needs a break. Needs a power cut up. And a drop on the dump. Unfortunately, it was a very tight cut. And being that tight, unfortunately, means that when you're turning away, you have a turn. Midfield D. And an injury. Calls for walk it off from the sideline on his team, which is what makes it an appropriate call. He's coming off the field, and it's unfortunate because he was one of their primary handlers. Substitution on for both teams. A lot of pivoting there in the midfield. I will talk about pivoting later on as well. Good quick movement there. He's looking for the huck. He's looking for the huck. Now he's going to get the sideline cutter. There seems to be a cooler pretty close to the line as well. They need to get to the break side.
Yeah. Jamie! Close. Time out, Meg! Time out! Holy fuck, that took a lot.
A really loud sideline call for a timeout. Finally taken.
No, I know. I'm just saying we got to a little more aggressive. Oh, I can get it wet for you.
So the next field over, while we're here during this timeout, the next field over actually had BFC taking on 2, and it was a strong start from BFC with a 13-1 win. I believe the score for this game is still 11-3. So in case you've joined us, OUC, Ontario Ultimate Championships, taking place here in Kingston. We have 3 divisions competing for spots to nationals. That's mixed, which we're watching now. Next up will be women's on this field, and then open. We also have juniors playing here today. They're only playing a few games, but they're practicing up for nationals. And that's also being held here. We Quite a few fields, a lot of good timing. By the end of today, mixed teams will, or at least some of them, will be out of contention. Virtue of the schedule and 15 teams in the division. So absolutely important and imperative here for the top teams not to drop the ball today and then go out strong tomorrow morning. With only 5 bids to nationals, this is the largest competition ever to go to CUC in a division. Andrew Portwine filling up here on the sideline on the bottom left of your screen. Andrew Portwine being tournament directors for things such as CUUC in the past. Once again, centered in the field, but the big issue facing Quick and Dirty here is that they cannot get it back to the middle. They can't break it back. They're always forcing it down the middle. So NoBS generates another turn. And I was chatting with some of them earlier today. They have indicated that it is easier for them to generate those turns. But the issue is that then they throw it away. It seems to be a conservation of greatness constantly. So they have a very high turnover rate on defense, which is, and a very high D rate, which essentially points to a young team. And a young team is good, or at least a young defensive line, and inexperienced as well. Great pressure everywhere. Umbrella blocking a bit of our view, but just fingertips. Kai taking an injury now. And and maybe a bit of injuries and fitness issues here as well. Probably not fitness. He is holding his stomach a little bit.
Yeah, if you're injured, you don't need to wait for us to call it.
So it is an injury. It's good to take that. Those of you watching at home, those of you young, those of you watching this later on, if you are injured at any point, you're not playing to the best of your ability, someone on your team should take your place. Take your injury calls. If you lay out and you're winded and you're not 100%, take an injury call. If, however, you have lots of practice being winded after laying out and know that you'll recover quickly, well, it's your call.
No, you can't use Dave's sweat towel, Kathy.
And once again, a big huck. And I think a lot of these turns that have been happening have been on somewhat riskier plays. And we're seeing something like that, where the defense read the disc perfectly, and the play as well perfectly, in fact. And once again, Quick and Dirty being forced to the line on force side. And now they're stuck in many ways. And they've taken the huck down the field previously. And I think that's what they're doing again. And he gets a sweet snag in the end zone. Risky play, but it pays off. And Quick and Dirty make it 11-4. Next time around, what we'll do is we'll actually set up the scores so you can see based on color in the sideline. So we'll play with their sideline positions. If you hadn't seen the scoreboard previously, here it is again. As you can see, we have Quick and Dirty in white. They've worn green as well in the past, and NoBS in black. Okay, so it seems that there might still be some buffering issues. We'll see what happens. And we might actually drop the stream quality a little bit to ensure that we get enough of it out. Pull lands a little bit midfield. Talk about good pulls as well later on. The issue with that pull is that it was, let's see, BC with a huge pull, or a huck. Just forehand, easy. 12-4.
What a huge play, Derek!
So a good pull should typically allow your defense to get to the time or to the disc by the time it lands. And so that's typically what you're looking for. That's why pulls typically hang as well. You don't necessarily want them to go too deep unless it's going to hang longer as well, and you have the risk of putting it out the end of the end zone. We should see a little bit of that later today. And I think our internet just dropped out here a little bit, so we're going to have to fix this up as well. And yes, we're having internet connection issues. We'll keep filming the game though, and then fix it after this point. Great put down the field. Now an upline cut. It's going to be a pick. Miko just explaining the situation there. Great break throw. And we're just going to go fix the internet and be right back. BC again. Well read. And a poach play from cross field. BC beat deep. Oh, and a great look cross field. Quick and dirty, I believe, make it 6. Okay, we should have a little bit better stream quality now. Big pole, BC again. Lady streaking deep. BC should get it and huck it. Oh, where is he? Middle of the field. Lots of open options. Great cutting there. Look at the field control from a foul called. But the field control, as you can see, the hucks are coming from typically midfield rather than being forced at the line. And this is an important aspect of any sort of game when you're being forced. So foul called and not contested. BC middle of disc, middle of field, calls a timeout. We're going to go fix some more things and be right back. better get a hug later as well. Should let him know. Vertical stack set up in the end zone. We have 2 handlers outside, but one of the there's a poach off as well to give that extra coverage in the end zone. And BC just takes an easy up line. Not in called. And then the easy pop in, and that should be game. Looking at all the games here, NoBS takes this one. I apologize for that. 13-5, I believe that is the score. It might be 13-6, but 13-5 at this time. To all of you at home, especially Andrew Batchelor, thanks for giving us feedback. We have a precarious internet connection here right now as we're still figuring out the fields, and there are players gathering around. We will continue to play with